Order number 11. Replace worn out parts of the engine. Engine in my car needs a thorough check. Replace all worn out parts. $2,000. Something reasonably major has gone on this car, I would suggest. $2,000. Let's check out the electrics. Now $2,000, what could that be? Engine obviously doesn't include tyres and stuff. Could include the exhaust system. I don't want to be caught out by a catalytic converter anymore. Let's see what this thing shows us. Hide the body and... Okay. Nothing leaps out at me. Oh, hang on. Hang on a minute. Let's sort that out while we're here. That obviously leaps out at me. Let's get the V6 starter off there. And... Okay, that spark plug on the left needs taken out. What about on this? Oh, I think I just saw something down there as well. Hang on, I can see, look at this, very, very sneakily, although the leads are okay, two of the spark plugs are in fact broken. Like that. So that's those two. I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to inspect all this stuff while I'm down here. Okay, water pump's broken. Belt tensioner's fine. Idler pulley's broken. Timing belt's broken. Blimey. Alright, well that's a few bits, isn't it? Let's grab some of this stuff off here. Serpentine belt V6, let's get that. Oh, God. Ah! Please, please provide a camera lock. If I could just hold the shift key down and lock the zoom, that would be perfect. It would save me so much aggravation. Right, now there is the possibility that the clutch is screwed, but I really don't want to get into that unless I have to. So what I'm going to do is just double check I've not missed anything. Can I repair any of this stuff? Yep. V6 starter, that's $200. Water pump for $100. $300 spent so far. Inventory. Let's see what we've got. Right, we need an idler pulley. We need three spark plugs. 3 spark plugs, an idler pulley, a V6 serpentine, and a V6 front ignition wire. How good is your memory? Parts shop. Right. Let's see. DEF. Idler pulley for a V6. V6 front wires. We've got an idler pulley somewhere. Where are you, sir? There you are. 3 spark plugs. Let's go down to spark plugs. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm missing one item, aren't I? I think I just bought 1 spark plug, 2 spark plug, 3 spark plug. I bought ignition wires V6 front. I bought the idler pulley, which leaves me with just the serpentine belt V6. Yes, serpentine. Where are you? Serpentine belt V6. Let's get rid of the broken one. That could be it, you know, because that's quite a bit of spend right there. But we shall see. Let's get down. Put the plug back first. No. Can we put the plug back in? Thank you. Let's put the starter motor back in. We'll do a quick check at the end of this to see if this has fixed it. Spark plug. Spark plug. Wires. Right. Most of the rest is round here, isn't it? Water pump. Idler pulley. Timing belt with a belt tensioner. Finally the serpentine. I think that's the whole lot. Yep. So the question is, did it fix it? And the answer is No, it did not. Which means something else is still broken on this car. On the engine. Something on the engine. Now, I guess... Is it worth taking... Have a look at the filter. We've not checked the oil filter either, or the oil level, so we could probably do that. I think it's going to be up front. I don't think it's going to be in the exhaust system. I could be wrong. Oh, I've just got a feeling it won't be. Okay, that's at 92, so it isn't that. The thing is about the error that comes through, it says, you know, the error. The report says, oh, you know, replace all worn out parts. There's no kind of symptoms. I always feel that with a game like this, there should be symptoms. The guy should give you some... Oh, hang on. Didn't spot that one. Airflow tube. The guy should give you some kind of, oh, my car doesn't sound right. It's chugging along. It sounds like it's misfiring, or there's some squeaking noises coming from the front right somewhere. You know, kind of scenario-based, if you like. Something flashing down there. That's anything to do with... No. While I'm here then, I'm going to check out the oil. So let's get hold of that dipstick. The oil level is good. The oil quality isn't. Not sure if we have to replace the oil or not. Can we get down here? Where the heck is the oil filter on this thing? There it is. Let's have a look. 21%, right. Okay. Should we replace the oil? It seems dumb to replace an oil filter and not replace the oil. I don't know whether we need to or not. That's the thing about this game. I don't know. Oil filter and airflow tube V6. I'm pretty certain the airflow tube is not repairable. The airflow tube is not repairable, just as I suspected. Right. Airflow tube on a V6. Done. And an oil filter. Done. Show inventory. Let's get rid of the oil filter. Let's get rid of the airflow. Like that. Hopefully this is it. Kind of annoying if it isn't. Like I say, I should probably replace the oil, but if we can get away without doing it in this game, then why not? There you go. We don't need to replace the oil. You see what I mean? I should have. It should say, if you replace the oil filter, you know, you're going to have to replace the oil because it doesn't make sense otherwise. But if it's not going to make me, I'm not going to waste money on oil, am I? So anyway, order number 11 is done. Order number 12. Repair or replace worn out parts. I missed some interim checks and now my car is ruined. Something bangs here, something bangs there. It makes a whole bunch of noises while I'm driving it. Can you thoroughly check it out and make it as new for $9,000? My God. There must be something seriously, seriously broken. Well, I did ask for a scenario base, didn't I? I guess that's it. Interestingly enough, $9,000 I think means, you know, catalytic converter for a start. Let's put that back on. Alright. Start with an OCD check. OBD check. Obsessive compulsive disorder check. Are all the seats lined up perfectly? OCD check. Let's see what we've got here. That gives an idea. I think we're going to have to do a path test on it, at the very least. Right. Now, interesting. Look at that. Okay, the fuel filter is the first thing I noticed is green. Nothing is showing up from the path test, which is very, very interesting. Even the plugs. Let me just have a quick look in there while we're here. Can't tell if all the plugs are fine. Let me just take that off. Actually, let's just have a spin around the back here. I didn't expect that. I thought something would be broken out of that. Okay, I think maybe... Let's do a path test. Some full-on diagnostics. Oh my god, the outside of this car looks so much better than the inside. Front wheels. Back wheels. Walnut and olive. I can't think of a worse interior. Jiggy. Jiggy in the back. There's got to be some major structural stuff going on, as well as the engine. So what did that reveal, I wonder? Well, interesting. Ooh. Lots and lots of stuff. Bushes. Suspension problems. Okay, I think we're going to have to get the wheels off for a start. Do we need to take all the wheels off? I wish it wouldn't do that. I wish it wouldn't flick. This wheel's going to have to come off. I kind of figured that some of the wheels would be broken as well, because they're quite expensive items. And given that we're spending 9 grand, I kind of figured that would be one of the things that would be done over. Okay. The tie rod's going to have to come off. We're going to have to pop it up on the ramp for the rest of that. We do have to take this wheel off, because I just noticed that the outer tie rod is broken on this side as well. Get that off. Okay, that's more or less all we can do. So we get it on the ramp, I think. This is very much more broken. The brake disc is totaled. He really did miss some interim, didn't he? Look at this, brake pads. Brake pad, thank you. And the brake disc. That's going to have to wait till we pop it up on the ramp. Same on this side, he's like rear brake discs and pads are shot at. Front ones are fine, interestingly enough. Huh, no, the pads are okay on this one. Just the disc. I think when we pop it up on the ramp, we're going to have a look at the exhaust system. I'm not taking any chances on that. Right, so that's all underneath type stuff. Might just take the engine cover off before we do this. Quickly check the oil. It's got enough oil. Check the filter. When I can get the camera to behave. 95%, let's put that back in. Let's put that back in. Sorry, I have to click on the right pixel. There we go. Air filter system possibly broken. I guess while we're here, we should check it out. I'm thinking he's got a clutch problem. For that kind of money. I'm sure the wheels should be broken though. That's just unbelievable that the wheels are not broken. Air filter's fine. Let's pop that back on. It's a pity there's no way of checking the air filter without actually having to disassemble all of this stuff. There we go. Okay, now we need to pop it up on the ramp. Inside the body. Right, let's get that bushing out of there. Nope, we can't get the bushing out there because I'm not in disassemble mode. Bushing both sides broken. Suspension arm front right Should be repairable. Let's just double check if that's... I don't see anything else red on that side. Let's go down here. I'm going to take this exhaust piece out. I'm bolting I'm bolting this from about 2 meters away with my very long arms. Suspension arm right A, done. So you need to get this rear shock out. And that bushing there. Cool. If I navigate my way over here, we're going to have to take this off to get the spring. So as I get the spring, I need to take this exhaust piece off. Like so. Now we can get that off. Which means we can now get that off. Right. So, I'm now going to inspect condition of the muffler, exhaust pipe, cat. I knew it! I knew it! The cat is broken. The cat is dead. Meow. Right. Let's go back down here. It's probably easier. Let's take all of the suspension parts away now. Would help if it was at the right end of the car, wouldn't it? Got myself totally disoriented. I still think the wheels are a candidate. It's not highlighted them. I'd probably need to do a road test. No, it should have shown up in the patter, surely. It was bouncing the wheel up and down. I'm sure that would have shown up. It just seems like a likely candidate to be broken. Okay, and while we're here, I think it said that the filter was fine, didn't it? But we didn't check the state of the pump. Okay, that's alright. Let's go and rep some stuff. Where are we? Where's the bench? Brake calipers, $174. Suspension arm, $200. That's roughly $380. $380, $400, $500 so far. $512. $520 roughly. Now this is going to be a parts list from hell. Right, what do we need? 2 outer tie rods. 1, 2 brake pads. 3 bushings. Good grief. 2 outer tie rods. 2 brake pads. 3 bushings. And a partridge in a pear tree. 2 outer tie rods. 1, 2, 3 rubber bushings. And I've kind of forgotten the rest. Right, 2 outer tie rods. There. Brake pads. That was it. 1 rubber bushing. 2 rubber bushing. 3 rubber bushing. The danger is that you sell something here that you actually needed, and then you can't remember what part it was. Nasty. Brake pad, brake disc. Brake disc. 2 pads, 2 discs, and a cat for a V6. I so wish you could see what you need next to the shop. Brake pad, brake disc. 1 brake disc, 2 brake disc, 2 brake pads, 2 brake discs, and a cat for a V6. That's an expensive item. 1 brake pad, 2 brake pad, 1 brake disc, 2 brake disc. Actually, the wheels are in good nick. You can see that here. Where's my cat for a V6? Needs to go. Almost done. Suspension spring rear. Shock absorber rear. So suspension spring and a shock absorber. And then a muffler V6 rear left. So shock, suspension, muffler. Let's try and get that right. In theory, you could just write this stuff down. Shock absorber rear. Suspension arm. Oh god. Was it a spring? Suspension spring rear, I think it was. And then a muffler for a V6. Where are you? Muffler. Muffler for a V6 rear left, I believe. Scope to get that wrong is very high. Shock absorber rear. Let me just see what that bought. Yeah, I bought that. Shock absorber rear. Muffler V6 rear left. Muffler V6 rear left. That was the expensive one. And suspension spring rear. That is the entire parts list as we currently know it, which may or may not be everything that we need to put back. Let's go into assembler mode. Let's start with the cat. Meow. And then exhaust pipe. And then muffler. It's quite a disassembly job, this one. I tell you what though, I'm worried about the... Oh god. Should I go all the way down there and take off the manifold? What's the risk of the manifold being broken? That's the question. Can I inspect the manifold? Is it possible to inspect it from here? There's effectively two manifolds. Can I only inspect that from... I'm worried, guys. I'm worried. I've just got this awful feeling that the manifold will be broken, and if I reassemble that entire exhaust system... I knew it. Oh! Ooh, that was a good hunch. That was a good hunch. Oh, because that just saved a lot of time. I'm not even kidding. Disassemble. See, if I'd have put all that back on, I'd have had to take it all back off again just to get that manifold off. What kind of made me think about that then was most of the price of the job. Because manifolds are not cheap. Although we should be able to repair them. I think I've got to go back inside the engine to get that manifold off now. I think it's all the pieces I can get. Yeah. So, we've got to pop it back down. Get the manifold off. Where are you? So many bolts. Oh my god! 12 bolts on each manifold times 2 for a V6. You can see why he's paying so much money. There's so much mechanical hours here. You know, take an engineer so many hours to do this. Dear me. What do garages charge these days? Like $100 an hour or something? Unbelievable. So they don't call them engineers. They call them skilled technicians. I love the way they do that. Oh, we can't rep it. That's interesting. I genuinely thought that was repairable. Right. Exhaust manifold for a V6. This isn't going to be cheap. Once I've done this job, I'm going to skill up. I've got plenty of money now. Exhaust manifold 1300. In fact, you know what? I think I shall level that up now a little bit. Master of Commerce. Because I get a little discount on that then. Should have done that before I bought the cat as well. Why did I just scroll down? Exhaust manifold V6. There we go. Cool. Sell the old one. We don't need that. $126 probably bought just for scrap. Right, assembly mode. Oh, bolt, bolt, bolt. The thing is, even when you get the faster unbolting upgrade, it's not that much faster. You know, it's just not kind of worth, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, it's not worth the payment, I don't think. Like if it was a case of zoop, zoop, zoop on each bolt, you know, that I'd buy it. Especially for this, because it would save so much time. So when we've done this, which we've almost done. Right, let's pop it back up. And continue with reassembling the exhaust system. And then the cat. Now I need to be careful here, because I need to put some of the suspension components back before I finish putting the exhaust system back. So let's do that. Put the spring back on, we'll get the arm back on. That takes care of that side. Get the arm back on this side. Get suspension back on that side. We've got rubber bushings to put on, if I remember. So we've got a bushing here. And was it not? No, there was two on the front, wasn't it? Let me zoom out a touch. Is that all of the stuff? I think so. Everything else is done via the wheel, I think. Brake disc and stuff. The main thing is, have we put all the things that are blocked by this exhaust system back on? And I think we have. So let's get that back on. Okay. Okay, let's have a quick look. The parts list. Brakes, callus, suspension, arm, front. That's got to be underneath. I need to go and do that now. Before we lower the car back down. Which way's the front here? Good job I checked that. The bushing as well. The bushing on that side. I think that's everything underneath. Tie rods are done from the inside. Yep. I think we're good to bring it back down. Do I want to do this first? Do I want to do the wheels first? Let's do the rods. Let's do the outer tie rods while we're here. Oh, we do that from the wheel. Of course we do. Outer tie rod. Hesitate to put the wheel back on. You know what it's like, you reassemble everything and then you find you've missed something. Tie rod. And wheel. Thing is, it won't actually it won't tick the box to say we've done this until we've put everything back on. So it's not like we can check on the way to see, oh, is there going to be anything else? We just don't know. Okay, that's that done. Now you had broken pads, I seem to remember. wheel. Okay, what's left? Engine cover. Well, that's all the parts. It didn't fix it! It didn't fix it! Oh, right. I think possibly the best thing we could do now is take it out for a test drive. Replaced a load of stuff on that and it didn't sort it out. So what is the problem now? Oh my god, that's slow. Oh my god, that's slow. What an awful drive. It drives like a bus. I would hate to have bought this and effectively a massive Lexus LS500 that drives like a bus. Ooh. This is what an executive car's like, forget it. Hopefully this will highlight something. Wow, that was me trying to do a handbrake turn into the end. That was so bad. So, did that show anything at all? No, it didn't show anything at all. It didn't highlight a problem. Okay, I think... Let's get down here and check some of this stuff out then. Oh, stop zooming around, good grief. Right. Everything's here looks fine. What are the belts like? Oh, serpentine. Houston, we have a broken serpentine. No problem. We can soon replace that. That's the least of the problems. Is it a serpentine belt V6 by any chance? Timing belt V6, sorry, not the serpentine. A timing belt V6. ST timing belt V6. Wow, they're not cheap, are they? Crikey. Let's get that back on. Let's get that back on. Has that fixed it? Yes! Oh my god, that was a big job. That was a big job. Now, quickly before we complete that, I have $13,000 left, which means I should probably spend some stuff getting some more income, I'd guess. Become a better mechanic. Well, I never find that very useful, to be honest. Faster unbolting. Let's do a bit of that. 10% faster unbolting. Woo! One of them. And let's have another one of them. So that's 30% more. 10% faster unbolting per level. I'll probably do another one of them. There we go. Right, 30% faster unbolting. We've now got 30% more income. And we've got 12% discounts in shops. $5,800, so $4,800 left, which is a good buffer. That was order number 12. That was big, but we did it.